The third time's not always a charm. I'm Rebecca Lieb.
I'm Jason Horton.
And this is Ghost Town.
The world's going to change tonight, Doctor. Happy Halloween. Stop it!
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the night no one comes home.
Halloween season is upon us.
Ooh.
And I feel like we have to do Halloween episodes, right?
We are Halloween.
Yeah.
We are It's weird because I don't consider myself a super Halloween. Like, I don't like horror night. Like, I'm not, I feel like, but I think a lot of what we cover is very macabre, I would say. A little esoteric. You know.
Ooh.
We're like deep diving, but it becomes Halloween.
And
my nails aren't like black polish, like, chip black polish and like bustiers. What?
maybe it should be. Maybe that would liven things up around here. I don't know.
I just do. Listen, I have a high ponytail
Yeah.
that used to be a high bun.
Yeah. It's falling apart. Well, from now until Halloween, we've made a promise that every episode will be Halloween-based.
A blood pact.
Yes, in blood.
Yeah.
Written in blood.
Written in blood that we just did. You can't see it, but it just happened.
And if we break it, there's no stakes. There's no repercussions.
If we break it, I watch the R. Kelly documentary again.
Yeah, that's it. But I figured now would be a good time to kick it off with the movie franchise, Halloween, specifically Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. We don't really normally discuss movies on a whole, but I feel like this is now the time to talk about a fail.
Oh, it's a fail.
And it's a fail.
A failure.
It's a failure. But obviously in the history of movies and people discussing it, it is now very revered. I'm not the first person to mention it.
Yeah.
That it's actually a pretty decent movie. It's still campy. It's not like, hey, you overlooked the amazing acting.
Yeah, this isn't like a Kubrick deep cut that you didn't learn in film school. It still sucks in a campy way.
Yeah, but not for the reasons people say
No.
it sucks. And it was unsuccessful at the time. And it was kind of known as a bad movie and a huge mistake because
I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Where you're like, this is bad, and then it like ripens into something beyond itself. I guess it's like what a cult classic is.
And it essentially is a cult classic, and Halloween is still continuing to this day. I saw the most recent one like a year ago, and it was fine.
Yeah, is Jamie Lee Curtis in that one?
She is in that one. Yeah.
She has died, and then she is back.
She's Michael Myers would be about 78 right now, but he's still plugging along.
His hips are working.
So this actually has some where they explain things that are going on. It came out in 1983. For those,
good year.
It's a good year for this. And when I rewatched it recently in the last couple of years, but I rewatched the trailer.
Ooh.
And it's a great trailer. I think people were really disappointed though, as you kind of should be, is Halloween 1, extremely successful. Halloween 2 was really just a continuation of 1. If I don't want to give away how Halloween 1 ends, but it really literally picks
this
up.
made money, let's keep doing it.
Halloween 2 picks up where it left off, and then you have Halloween 3, which has very little to do. Well, has nothing. The only reference is I think they're watching Halloween in part of the movie. Like some kids are watching Halloween.
So meta.
So it was a chance they took. And it paid off financially. It cost like $2.5 million, made $15 million at the which is low for a Halloween movie, but pretty good for making a profit on a movie.
Yeah.
So John Carpenter and Hill, they were like, hey, let's make a third. Let's do it.
Do it. Round 3.
They were like, definitely, we're down.
Holy Trinity.
Let's do it. One condition. No Michael Myers.
let's take out the most successful part of this movie and let's just run, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get creative.
They were kind of more in the mindset of doing an anthology, which is kind of like, are you familiar with the Cloverfield movies?
Yes.
Where they kind of make Cloverfield an anthology, what I think they do is they just take other movies and they're just like, what if we just throw like Cloverfield on it?
Yeah.
To kind of spice it up a little bit. It never really works out. 'Cause they never really made like a true Cloverfield 2. Here's what happened. It was just kind of in this world.
Yeah.
And I think
What
this
was
is...
the other one? I don't even remember what the other ones were, but I do
There was
remember it
10
being
Cloverfield Lane, and there was
Okay.
one that was made for net. There was a movie that was a Netflix movie, and what they did was it was this movie, and then I think they literally changed the movie to make it fit in, like maybe J.J. Abrams got to try to like save this movie, because you could tell when you watch this movie, I forget the name, it's literally becomes like almost a different movie, and it makes a lot of sense afterwards, and it's like,
Let's shoehorn it into this
P.S.
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield is
Yeah.
basically what they did.
It's
and
like, this sandwich sucks. Let's put it in a McDonald's wrapper?
yeah, it's like,
Eee,
but then a
that's cool.
Cloverfield monster eats it.
Oh.
So that
Nom,
would
nom,
make
nom, nom.
yeah. So with Season of the Witch, they were like, let's make an anthology. So it's
That's so pretentious, too.
It
Like, when
is.
you say, it's like, let's make it a set piece in this world. Like, it's like, okay, how about you just make a good movie? Like, for real? Like, fuck off.
no. John Carpenter's like, no.
No thanks. Not for me.
Especially when you're asking him to make the movie. They just wanted to revolve around Halloween, which is a fine idea. And I think if this movie was just called Season of the Witch,
Yeah. Like the Donovan song? Ooh.
Yeah.
I hear the Donovan song in my head as we talk about this. So.
I only hear Sunshine Superman.
Come on.
I'm a poser.
Hurdy-gurdy, man.
Yeah, I'm a poser. That's the only thing I hear, because I'm
right.
very, very positive.
Oh, okay.
So they began development on Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, coming up with a plot, kind of like trying to get into the computer age.
Uh-oh.
We are here.
We can't control these digital creatures.
Yes.
We created them.
Yes, they become self-aware.
Should we write a musical?
It pretty much, I think we just wrote it.
It's Starlight Express.
So they were coming up with a plot that was basically witchcraft meets the computer age.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I should rewatch this. You're really pitching it to me. I'm getting excited.
Yeah. And it also involves, as part of the plot, now it's spelled Samhain.
Yeah. Sam Hain.
Samhain, but it's pronounced Samhain, I think.
I can't.
It's Celtic. So that's involved. Because there's a band...
is a language based on confusion.
Yeah. Because there's a band, Samhain, which is how they pronounce it, which is Danzig's band after Misfits, but
Yeah.
before Danzig. But that's kind of involved in this as well. And director Tom Lee Wallace worked on the first Halloween, production designer and editor, and he was like, Halloween 2, he was like, no, but he was like, Halloween 3, yeah, I think maybe because he was like, I can make this my own and not have to just be another churning out of a Michael Myers story.
Yeah, sure.
Then they reached out to
ambitious, but sure.
a renowned British science fiction writer, Nigel, not Nigel, because I was looking at his last
You got
name.
the Celtic.
Yeah,
notes.
Nigel Neal, Kneale. So that's why I'm gonna look if you saying that to write the screenplay. So like a science fiction writer
Yeah.
to kind of make this a more modern. Whereas the Michael Myers story, Friday the 13th, is very killer coming after us.
Yeah, it's
There's no-
commercial. It's
yeah.
a commercial horror movie. And that's what it was, and that's what it did best. It's like anytime you bring in like this, again, it's pretentious. Anytime you bring in this like higher level or like what seems to be high art, a person involved, it always gets to be so up its own asshole.
So you have a combination of science fiction, witchcraft, and the occult.
Again, all the hits for me.
And
honestly,
then,
all the boxes.
and the Atari, that put that all together, you get Halloween 3
yeah,
season
I want it
of
to
the
be
Witch.
like a Pizza Hut ad, circa 1983, but with witches.
The Michael Myers story that they hit upon. It's a conspiracy run by a company called Silver Shamrock.
yeah.
So they just attempt to use very casually the powers of Stonehenge.
Oh, cool.
That whole thing.
Just make things up.
Yeah.
I'll believe it.
So they were going to have a special commercial that aired on Halloween. And if you're wearing one of the really awesome masks, something interesting will happen.
Yay!
So it's like
I love stuff like this. These marketing devices where it's like, you have the digital 3D screen and you attach it to your face
Yeah.
and go to sleep and wake up in the screen while this is playing. Something underwhelming will occur.
Yeah, basically the plot is, if you want to know, everyone, they market these masks for Halloween because everyone needs a mask on Halloween.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey kids, wear the mask on Halloween and watch our special commercial, which through the power of the occult and
TV, plastics,
the mask
plastics.
will essentially kind of like become your face and strangle your face. And
I also still love this. I would have loved it, and I still love it.
That's like plot wise, it's totally fine.
Should we do something with our pins? Put the pin on and listen.
Well, how about this? Go to our patreon.com/ghosttownpod. Get bonus episodes and get the pin and put it on and wait. You will find love and fortune.
You have to send it on to 10 other people, though.
Yes. You have to get 10
You have to send the Patreon address to 10 other people, or else you will have death.
Yeah, so you got to send
only
them.
death.
Patreon.com/ghosttownpod. Send it out there just in time for Halloween.
Very sophisticated marketing capabilities.
That's the way they did it. So people could not get over the fact that Michael Myers wasn't there.
Yeah.
And
naturally.
fair enough. Understand.
Makes a lot of
fair
sense.
Enough. It's like instead of John Wick, it's like this guy Dan.
Dan Wick?
Yeah, Dan
he
Wick.
Works at AT&T?
AT&T, but you know what? He screws up with everyone's cell phone data plans.
No. He doesn't put that screen on right, so it's got a wrinkle in it.
Yeah,
What?
Yeah, that's John Wick 5.
Wow, he's vengeance.
Yeah, John Wick 5, Season of the Witch.
Whoa.
So the reviews weren't that great. People, when it hit the theaters, were like not happy, and they're going there. They're going, I'm going to see Halloween. Maybe I saw the commercial. We take for granted now the availability to see commercials, whether it's television, internet, and then people were like, "Oh, new Halloween? Yeah, I'll go see new Halloween. Love Michael Myers.
Sure, yeah,
he's so cool, you know." And you get there and you're sitting there, you're waiting for Michael Myers, and you just see these like bad guys and scary masks.
Excuse me?
Yeah,
you're waiting, and then the movie theater goes dark, and you're like, and is there some punked thing before punked thing was a thing?
No.
Am I getting pranked? Is there a computer in my movie theater popcorn? Is this some kind of... And then you just have to leave and go home to your family.
Yeah. During the Season of the Witch?
Ugh,
that's a terrible idea.
Enough.
There's a comment on Reddit, which I think kind of explains, even us talking about it right now, about kind of how people feel about Season of the Witch. They write, it's I ain't no celebrity.
Okay, well, we thought we were, but thank you for dispelling that.
But on Reddit, has to say, he's like, if I'm being honest, the film was so underrated that it's a little overrated now. Having gained a large following in the last decade, it's a solid movie, but if it wasn't part of the Halloween franchise, it'd just be one of those fondly remembered 80s horror movies that pop up in conversation once in a while. And that's true.
Exactly. And that's kind of the lesson of all of this, too. Like, stop marketing things for better or more than what they are.
Yeah.
Stop trying to push it so hard. This would be a perfectly respectable, 80s horror movie.
Well, they do that now because they'll be like, from the producers of all these things you liked, here comes a movie that you're not going to like. Exactly.
Marginally connected to this one guy who made this one thing once. How about this thing? No?
And it's not going to, that's what they did.
Yeah.
And so now, for those of you out there who are not familiar with it or like wondering, like, is it worth checking out? It's definitely...
I would see it, but if I were on a date with someone and they were like, my favorite Halloween was Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, I'd be like, I'd rather date the guy next to you with the Disneyland Fast Pass. Okay, I'll say it.
How is that person next to them in this scenario?
It's a long bar full of dudes.
Oh, they're just lined up to
full
date?
Of John Wick dance, okay? Get off my back.
Hi, we're the hosts of the Fresh Hell podcast. I'm Annie in Boston, Massachusetts.
And I'm Johanna in Vienna, Austria. Join us every Wednesday for a new terrible story.
I focus mostly on cases in the United States, and not just true crime like the terrifying axe murders on Smutty Nose Island, but also shocking stories like the New Jersey shark attacks of 1916.
And I love to tell you about more obscure European cases. And let me tell you, Germany has produced more cannibals than one would think.
So if you're a fan of true crime, but you also enjoy terrible stories of all sorts, give us a listen. We'll tell you everything you need to know and then some.
Come find Fresh Hell Podcast on your favorite podcast platform. Auf Wiedersehen.
Hope to see you soon.